Welcome, my friends, to Peace, Love, and Bring a B.A.T, the podcast that never ends, where we gather our clan and talk about the peace and love in our lives, the difficulties along the journey, and how we rise up from them. We will experience a little thing I call Kluberty together, and by the end of the show, we're going to find our sweet spot. I'm Uncle Dave, and our transformation starts right here. Hey now, and how are you doing? Just want to welcome you to the next episode of Peace, Love, and Bring a B.A.T. We're going to bring some awesome thoughts. B.A.T, bringing a thought. Definitely today's thought is going to be about Mother's Day. Go call your mother. Yep, like I did last year. Just reminding everybody, if you haven't done it in a while, go call your mother. I know she'll appreciate it, and that every time that I speak to my mom, she appreciates it. I don't get to speak to her as much. She doesn't answer her cell phone. Last year, I don't remember the message well enough, but I wasn't really even sure she was going to be here to celebrate this Mother's Day. So we don't know what's going to happen, what brings from day to day. So make sure that we share our gratitude and share our love, because love never ends. And how do I know love never ends? I know that no matter what, you can get to feel love in no matter where you are, and you can share it. It's your choice. And I want to celebrate those mothers. I want to celebrate those blended mothers, those bonus mothers, those caregivers who act like mothers. I want to celebrate everything that we really can do, because whether you're celebrating a mom, grandma, or powerful mother figure in your life, you know, it's really to express the powerful relationship between you and another human being. And that's one of the things I'm going to share with you. So the past couple of weeks, I've been thinking about Mother's Day, and I started having these dreams again of Grandpa Mike. Grandpa Mike, what are you talking about Mother's Day? Grandpa Mike, for those who might not remember or know, came into my life and saved my life when I tried to hurt myself. And every now and then shows me pictures of beautiful yellow and red roses and sunflowers, and shows me pictures of people that was in his life. And I sit there meditating, and then, or waking up from a dream, I then send them love on behalf of him. And that's the conversation I've had with him, is sending the love that he needs to share with people. And that's the magic that we all have, is we're able to send love no matter where that person is, physically here in this plane or not. Send that unconditional love. Don't ask for it back. Don't ask for messages. Just sending love. And hopefully that person's ready to receive it. Because you have to, once it's something sent, you have to be ready to receive it. And that's really what it is that ability to receive it. And while we know these words will be outshone by gifts and things like that, and we want to be told all the things that we need to hear before we need to hear them, that's what a mom does. The mama bear, the big old mama bear who needs to tell us the stories, needs to share our love, of all the things we used to fear before we knew them. And that's really what it comes down to, is being unafraid to share love with somebody else. And that's why it doesn't only have to be on Mother's Day. Share the appreciation of people showing up in your life and doing the things that need to be done. Because you don't have to be a mother by birth. We have four-legged moms who might not have had biological children. We have adoptive moms, blended moms who are acting on behalf of moms who might be here, who might not be here, or just showing up just because that's what we do. And I've been called a mother. I am not a mother. I have not had that experience of birthing a child, birthing a process. It goes through a process, holding on to that love. And that's what I want to talk about, is holding on to the love that we all have. Bless the women who are in our lives, sharing and experiencing so much that makes us grow, makes us birth, makes us grow in ways that we would never experience before without having them in their lives. And you don't have to be a mother by birth, because being a parent in your heart, Like I'll tell you a story about a Mother's Day experience. I was with one of my daughters who had an argument with her mom on Mother's Day because we didn't have a gift and all these things. Those teenage years are a very big challenge for anybody who's going through those teenage years. I'm sure you're nodding your head if you're the parent of a teenager. If you're a teenager, I'm sure you're nodding your head. Yeah, teenage years ain't so easy to go through. But it's also not so easy to go through watching the people that you love argue. And they both love each other so fiercely. So they had an argument, they walked away, and came over. Hey, Dave, can you come with me? I need to get Mom some gifts and stuff like that. I need to let her know how much. I just didn't get around to doing it. Okay, sure. And now this wasn't a person who I had a relationship with, wasn't a good relationship. But she got in the car and she started crying. And for an hour and a half, she cried to me how much her mother meant to her, how much she would have liked to do things differently. And she then had that opportunity to choose to either do something or not do something. So what did she do? She chose to show in physical forms what her mother meant to her, what the ability of all the things that her mother does and the protecting, that mama bear piece. And yeah, still didn't feel good about that argument earlier. But dinner was great. After dinner was great. Watching them sit and talk was great. And that's the memories that we should take away from. Not the one or two moments in our lives that might be less good, that Mom might have been telling us what to do, trying to guide us in the ways that we might not have wanted to be guided. But the appreciation and the gratitude that at the end of the day, if you can find the love in either your mom, your aunt, your grandmother, all those people who show up in your life, that's where the power of Mother's Day is. That's where the power of gratitude and love really shines through. And that's what I hope for Mother's Day is for you, is having the ability that no matter how it starts, that at some point in the day, you get to shine through and feel the flowers that somebody might be sending you energetically. Even if you don't get the flowers, if you don't get everything that you want physically, know that there's love being sent to you by a stranger, me, or people who do know you much better, but there's still going to be love. And accept and receive that, because you've made an impact, and that impact has never changed. And when you leave an impact on somebody, that footprint, that fingerprint on your heart, I know there's fingerprints on my heart because of the love that I've received from the women in my life, and I will never forget those. And that's what Mother's Day sort of means for me. Not sort of, it means for me. Because that's the real challenge on Mother's Day, is I won't be with my mother. Been taking care of somebody's mom because he passed away. My friend who passed away a couple of months ago, I've been taking care of his mom. And the magic is, and that's also where I'll talk about the energy, is while this woman has Alzheimer's, I can't tell you what she's hearing, seeing, reacting. I know that she grips my hand really tight when I talk to her and tell her that she's loved, and that if she needs to transition, go do what she needs to do. But she's holding on, and her eyes move every now and then. I can't tell you what energy she's feeling, but I know that the energy around her is love. And I know that that's what my friend would have wanted, to make sure that his mother is surrounded by love. And whatever there, hopefully he'll have his arms raised for his mom to welcome her whenever she's ready to go. And just remember, accept and receive all the gifts of gratitude, being part of that love, that mother's love that you had at one point, that you have now, either energetically or not, or those people in your life. Make sure, I always reach out every year to the people who are mothers in my life, and maybe I miss a few, but I make sure that they all hear Happy Mother's Day, just sending them love in ways that you don't have to, because love doesn't cost us anything. Unconditional love is not about asking for it in return, saying it back. It's just about showing up. And that's what a mom does, is just shows up. And hopefully you've shown up today and listened, and hopefully you found some sort of value of my little rambling. I just wanted to wish, congratulations first to our friend George Andriopoulos, who is not a mother. I've never called him that, at least. But his wife had their second child. He has now 4 children, so he's been blessed, and so is his wife. So we just want to wish them all the best. And also, this Mother's Day is my sister's birthday, who is a mother, and I mean that in a real sense because I have nephews and niece. Just happy birthday and happy Mother's Day. And for everybody else, just really appreciate needing direction, because that's where a mom steps in. Get that direction and look at everything in a different filter. And when you can do that, use the filter of peace and love. And hopefully you found that today's B.A.T was an awesome thought. And I wish you always to swing away and knock it out of the park. Hit that sweet spot. Thank you. I'm really glad that you're enjoying our show. Peace, Love, and Bring a B.A.T is brought to you by Launchpad 516 Studios. Executive produced by David Chemetsky and George Andriopoulos. Music selections by James Grant, Zach Nelson, and James Gaither, and licensed through Storyblock. Sound effects and sponsorship music licensed through Epidemic Sound. Peace, Love, and Bring a B.A.T is hosted with Podbean. Subscribe to our show wherever podcasts are available. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and share with all of your friends. Follow us on Facebook at Peace, Love, and Bring a B.A.T. Follow me, Uncle Dave Chemetsky, on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Clubhouse. You can find all those links and more info at davidchemetsky.com. For show ideas, feedback, guest inquiries, or just a chat, reach out to me at peacelovebringabat@gmail.com. For sponsorship and media inquiries, reach out to peacelovebringabat@lp516.com. Make sure to follow all the great podcasts produced by Launchpad 516 Studios. Today's journey has come to a close, my friends. I hope the seeds of peace and love continue to grow for each one of you. Remember that peace and love surrounds you and will assist you to rise again. But don't forget to bring a B.A.T for what you believe in. Namaste.